Huh. Ain't this a fancy looking microphone? Got my Roswell Mini K47 right here, testing it out. Part of a matched factory pair from Roswell Pro Audio. Thank you very much. Gonna be tossing these as some drum overheads soon, so I'll keep you posted on how that sounds. In the meantime, I did this audio test, this listening test earlier today, and I was royally pissed off by what I got back. I pride myself on having some pretty good ears, and this test was significantly harder than I was anticipating. They say it only has a 3% success rate. I don't know. Those types of numbers I normally think are pretty bullcrap just to sell something. They give you 5 sound samples and they give you multiple choice of what those sound samples could be. So I got a hold of those samples and we're gonna do our own version of this test here in this video. And I wanna see if you guys can actually pass this test. Of course, I chopped off a freaking portion of my beard like an idiot. I warn you, this is very difficult, but it's worth giving it a shot. For one, it tests to see just how good your listening skills actually are, and it actually reveals something about yourself pretty interesting at the end. So all right, we're about to start the test. You ready? Go ahead and get yourself a pencil and paper, or go ahead and open up a new tab so that you can jot down your answers. Do not look in the comments section. Do not cheat. No cheating on this test. I can tell you, you will definitely ruin the experience for yourself if you cheat. So all right, here we go. Is this a recording of A, River Rapids, B, modified pink noise, C, draining a fire hydrant? Got your answer? Moving on. Is this a recording of A, moderate rainfall, B, beside a waterfall, C, spraying off a car? Got your answer? Sweet. Is this a recording of A, inside a jetliner cockpit, B, passenger seat on a bullet train, C, at the end of a wind tunnel? Got it locked in? Excellent. Is this a recording of A, bacon on a skillet, B, burgers on a grill, C, a bathroom sink? Think you know what it is? Rock on. Is this a recording of A, applause at John Paul II's papal inauguration from outside the building, B, typhoon winds blowing through palm trees, C, TV static? Got all your answers? Excellent. All right, got all your answers jotted down? Did you double check? If you want to go back and rewind the video, double check. By all means, I encourage it. You double checked already? You're good to go? Rock and roll. All right, so before we reveal the correct answers, I just want to address some of the people that I'm sure are going to give the cynical reply, oh, Mike, this is the stupidest test ever. This whole thing is bullcrap. And you're 100% correct. I actually lied. This is not a test that I took. This is not a real test that you can find anywhere else. This is a deception put up by me for a reason. I promise you, if I'm going to lie to you like this, there is a reason for it. Every one of those audio clips is a portion of the exact same recording that I took here in my domicile. I took my 2 AKG P220s. This was before they were modified. If you want to watch a video on me modifying those microphones, that'll be linked below. I made them a separated pair on my porch out there. I believe it was 3 a.m. and it was just after a rainfall. There's a little creek outside off of my porch, and it was just the soft wind, very, very light rain, and the water rushing by. And the way that I was able to accomplish all of these different sounds with that one audio clip, a stereo audio clip, was by EQ. I've talked about EQ a lot on this channel and the importance of it. And I think being able to take this one small audio clip and morph it to fit so many different scenarios proves just how important EQ is. If I dip out all of the high end on this audio clip and just have the rumble from the air, it sounds like air rushing by, which could be inside of a car, inside of a plane, inside of a train. If I dip out all of the low end and the mids and I just have the top end sizzle, literally that's why it's called sizzle. It sounds like fat sizzling on a hot surface. If I dip out the low end and the high end and drive the mids, it makes it sound like an applause. Now, it didn't do it super accurately, so I intentionally tried to mislead you with some of the answers by making it kind of old-timey, like about the time that tape would be used, maybe like someone's recreational tape machine with a bad microphone, so the quality would be really bad. And to enhance that effect, I actually added a tape machine to each of those tracks. EQing is so important to how people absorb your music, absorb your sound. It puts it into a perspective. It helps it fit and have its own space in a broader song, in a broader soundscape. But you can also completely change the context of the voice or the instrument by doing massive EQ changes or massive EQ punches or dips. So for those of you who aren't really into the EQ space or into the production space, I hope this is kind of an eye-opener for you a little bit. And on a slightly different note, I think that this is very illustrative of both listening and perception. I took a sound that was that real sound that I recorded, and I manipulated it in order to sound like something else. And I presented it in a context with information that supported that false narrative, to the point where I'm sure that some of you actually bought it as the truth. Those of you who are skeptical, congratulations. Called me out on my bullshit. But I think it's also indicative that though there may be a real truth in there, that doesn't mean that it cannot be manipulated and presented in a way that makes it appear to be another fact that is not indeed true. Something to think about.